And just so everybody is aware, we will be recording this event. So if you don't, if you're not comfortable, it's okay. We're not judging, but would love to, see your smiling faces. Once again, I'm Kevin Semmeluk, and you're going to be your host here today. I am from Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada, and I have known Maya and Philip, who is with us today, for about just over 2 years. So some great friends, and I am honored to be your host here today. But before we move forward, I am very excited and happy to introduce to you one of my really what I'm going to call her a great friend and an amazing lady, Maya Bosnak. Sorry if I messed that up a little bit early, only one cup of coffee. She is the founder of Eventful Sustainable Event Management. She hails from Zagreb, Croatia. After graduating with a master's degree from the University of Birmingham in England, she did it with global events management. She holds her master's degree, as well as a master's degree in business analytics and planning. She did return to Zagreb, Croatia, where she spent many years as an event planner and working for many event companies and hosting many events. She decided that there was an opportunity, and she's a visionary, and saw an opportunity to do more than just events, and founded Eventful, a sustainable event management agency. With her love for travel and entertainment, one of her favorite places that she has traveled to was New York, where it's not just about they hold amazing events, and that was one of her favorite places to be. She has been featured on the front page of the newspaper in Croatia, and when she's not working, she loves to spend time sipping red wine and splashing her toes down by the ocean with her fiance Franco. So without further ado, one of the most amazing young ladies with a vision and successful women. I'm going to hand it over to Maya, and over to you, Maya and Philip.
Thank you, Kevin. So Maya, please tell us more about sustainable events.
So sustainable events are events which are organized in a way that they bring more good than harm. If we think about our budget, environment, our culture, and our community. Sustainable events are more than just green events. For example, if you decide on not to do printing on your event, you're doing green events. But if you decide to think about all 9 categories of the event, which I will talk about a bit later, then you're thinking about organizing sustainable events. So as I said before, sustainable events have 9 categories. Those are transportation, accommodation, event venue, catering, procurement, communication, social aspects, technology, and exhibition stands. So if we meet criteria for all 9 categories, you will have a sustainable event.
Awesome, thank you. And in terms of primary focus of the platform, please tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so when COVID hits, I started to think, okay, what should I do now? Because the most of my adult life, I was organizing events. And then I started to think, okay, I need to do something different because everything stopped. So I decided to educate others, event managers, marketing managers, and people who want to learn more about sustainable events. So I wanted to create a safe space for education and consultations, because I believe that people won't admit that they don't know something. And I believe this should be a safe space when you can say, okay, I'm not sure how to do something, or I don't know how to organize something, and I want to learn more. That was primary focus of this platform. So there are 3 main types of educational options. we have beginners section, which is where you can learn more about event management in general. Then we have advanced section when you can learn something about how to implement sustainable events in your destination strategy. And then we have a part where you can learn about sustainable events, so that accommodations, event venues, destinations, marketing or event managers can learn more about sustainable events. Also, we have a consultation part on our platform. You can choose between 4 types of consultations. So if you have just a few questions, you can choose a 45 minutes or an hour meeting, so we can discuss more about your questions. If you have an idea and you're not sure where to start, you can choose that type of consultations. If you have multiple projects per year, you can choose this type of consultations. And in the end, if you just want to change one part of your event, you can choose those types of consultations, because some event managers are not willing to take everything and just make it sustainable. They just want to do it part by part. So we are here to help them.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. There is one interesting part of the website which I saw while scrolling down, and that is CO2 calculator. Yeah. Please do tell me more about that.
So we are really proud of CO2 calculator. The feedback is amazing. It's like, I mean, it took us a really long time to perfect it, because it's like a puzzle. So each piece needs to fit somewhere. And we were making it for almost 6 months. And finally, we have it here.
Nice.
You can, we did it because we wanted to create awareness, basically. Everyone keeps asking me, is it free? Will it be free for usage? And then I said to them, yes, it's free. And they just keep asking me why it's free. Why don't you charge for it? That's the reason, because I wanted to create awareness. Because when you get that number at the bottom, you're not sure what it means. So you need to do 2 events to see the difference, or we can help you with our detailed report on CO2 emissions for your event. So it's complicated story, but it's basically for creating awareness, so the people understands that their event is emitting CO2 and that it's not small amount. So you can just enter numbers per sections, and then you will get the total emission for your section and total event. So I mean, yeah, it's crazy. We were crazy because we wanted to create something that is free, and it took us a long time to create it, but now it's out and the feedback is really amazing. So we are really proud of it.
Yeah, and I like it very much, especially because the calculator is dynamic. So when you are changing attributes as you go, dynamically you receive a new parameters in the calculation, which is pretty much cool. So what I also wanted to emphasize and dig more deeper is the fact that, okay, you have both education and consultancy service on the platform. So what is the general approach?
So we have few ways of doing both educations and consultations. You can do it online. You can arrange your meeting after the payment, and we will just do it online, because some people don't have time to do it on site, or maybe they are working remotely. So we want to adapt for those type of people. Also, you can do it on site. You can do it here in Zagreb, or we can come to your office wherever it is. Also, you can choose between group and individual educations and consultations. Education is a bit more precise, and you can really do it group or individual, but consultations we advise that you do it individually, so we can focus on your project, everything you need for your company. So people really have options.
Awesome. And there is also one thing then to mention, and I would emphasize, okay, there are a lot of offers on the website. So how a person can properly choose which path to follow in terms of education, consultancy, how that that you made more easier for the customers.
So it's like a candy store. When you enter the candy store, there are so many options. Yeah, you're so happy. It's like if you are interested in our services,
Yep.
we can arrange an introduction call, which is free, and we can give you 30 minutes so we can see what you need, what is the purpose of your visitation of our platform, so we can help you decide, do you want consultations on one project or maybe one aspect of your project, or you want to consultations all the way through the year, so multiple projects. And if you want education, we can talk about what is your knowledge now, where do you want to be, okay, we will fix the gap for you. So I believe it's not that difficult to decide after this initial call.
Yeah, and that is being fully supported to your clients and customers, and that is important.
Yeah.
You're flexible. And one question, but the last one, but not the least, what are the short-term and long-term goals of the platform and the entire ecosystem?
So my life motto is work hard, dream big. Yeah, I mean, a year ago you told me, why don't you spread to foreign markets? And I said, no, you're crazy. And here we are now. So I believe that I stepped out of my comfort zone. That was my biggest fear. You remember, you asked me, why don't you try it? And I said, oh, I'm scared. So here I am stepping out of my comfort zone. Short-term goals are definitely educations, because we see it every day that event managers are not educated enough on this topic, and I believe the sustainable events are the future. So short-term goal, definitely education. Long-term goal is creating awareness, because we can say, I'm doing this because I believe in it, but if my clients don't know why they need sustainable events, we have a problem. So I would say that long-term goal definitely is create awareness between clients, between event managers, because sometimes I'm not sure they fully understand the scope of sustainable events, and we are now at the part when we don't do sustainable events anymore, but we do regenerative events. So it's whole other topic, but we need to learn basics so we can upgrade ourselves. Also, I would be more than happy if I could remove greenwashing from our niche, because there are so many event managers who are saying they are doing sustainable events, but basically what they are doing is just not printing or recycling. They recycle after the event. So I want to remove greenwashing, because then clients will be sure that what they are paying are actually sustainable events. Also, I would love to encourage people to take a leap into a sustainable future, to think better, to do better, and I believe we can have a great future together.
Awesome. I must say it's a big endeavor from the perspective of quality, building the knowledge, helping and supporting the audience, and setting up a proper quality standards. That is big. That is truly big. Maya, thank you so much for the time. Kev, getting back to you.
Hey, fantastic! Wow, I definitely learned a lot, and I think what you've accomplished, Maya, is just simply amazing. And you're right, the world needs to be better. We all need to do better. And what you have is phenomenal niche in the market, where I think not just from event managers, but the people who are hosting the events need to make sure that they step up, and we all play our part, and we all do our part to make the world a better place when it comes to events specifically. And we do have some questions here from some of the attendees attending the event. So we're going to open up the floor to some questions. First, we have Eva, I believe it is. She says, I was looking at the platform before this event and saw there is an initial audit for purchase. Can you tell me more about this initial audit and what is the procedure?
Sure. So initial audit is the first step, I would say the zero step, if you want to make a sustainable event with us. So what we do at the initial audit, we take a look at your project. We can see the scope, we can see everything that can be changed in a sustainable way, and then we will give you an offer for our consultation services. Why we do initial audit? Because we can say, for example, our fee is €1,000, and then we can see that there is not much work, and we will, of course, give you smaller fee. So that's the reason why we do initial audit, because we believe it's important to give you right fee so you can calculate this fee into your budget. Also, the procedure is you will get in contact with us. You can pay for your initial audit fee, and then we will get in touch with you and see, we will set a meeting, and then we can see what we can do about your project. So you will tell us where it is, what's the kind of the project, how many participants do you have, and similar questions, so we can see how we can help with what is the scope of your project.
Super. Jason has a question. Which markets does your platform cover?
So firstly, before the platform, we were just covering Croatia. But then we created this platform so we can target European markets, but also we would like to cover American and Canadian markets, because we believe that people there are thinking differently, and people there are willing to learn new things and implement new things. So I would be more than happy to spread across the pond and to help people in the all foreign markets to learn more about sustainability.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I think over here in the North America or Canada and the US, we are definitely focused on that. But what you covered was more than just the carbon footprint.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the platform really opens people's eyes to much more. Okay, we have Shannon. If I want to do a sustainable event, but I'm already in the organizational process, what can I do? It's a two-part question. So what can I do? Okay. And can I just take some parts and do those?
Yeah, okay. So if you already have your project, you can reach us, and that's why initial audit is important, because if you already have your project and it's like in 2 weeks, then we can implement some things which can be implemented now. If you have a project which is in 5 months, we can do more. We always say that small step forward is a step forward. So we strongly advise our clients to take a step, no matter how big that step or small is, because if you implement 3 categories or 6 or 9, you're doing more than other event managers. So we will say you can book your audits. We will go through your project and see what can be done, and then we will help you implement those changes, so you will have time to implement them before your event.
So realistically, it doesn't matter where you are in the process, you can always begin.
Yeah.
Right? Doing something is better than doing nothing at all.
Of course.
Right? So yeah, so that's great. But and you know, Maya can step in at any time in the process, her and her team. And what is the booking process like for education or consultants?
So when you go to our website, and you choose your education, or maybe if you're not sure, as we talked earlier, you can book a call with us, but also you can select your education you want, and then you will pay for that education, and we will send you a link. You can just choose the date it fits you, and it will work like that. But if you can't find open dates, then you can contact us and we will arrange meeting, and then we can arrange the date for your education.
Fantastic. And we have one more question.
Okay.
So the question is, do you see the government around the world mandating or making it mandatory to have audits when people are hosting events, and to make sure that they are meeting the sustainability and reducing and minimizing the environmental impact?
So I believe that if government implements laws, and if they implement obligation to do something sustainable, it will be a step forward from where we are now, and I believe that moment will make sustainable events mandatory. But I believe that at this point, when that happens, we will be past sustainable events. I believe we will be 3 steps away from sustainable events, because changes are hard, especially here in Croatia. But I need to say we did one event, one project actually, where one tourist board from Croatia wanted to go sustainable. I was shocked because it's a tourist board, but they really wanted to change everything on their location. They wanted to change accommodation, they wanted to change the event venue, they wanted to teach organizers, and it was crazy. And I was thinking, okay, we will never do this, but we did it and it was successful. So I'm really hoping that government will understand the importance of sustainability, not just in general, but in events. And I hope that government won't think about it, okay, it's trend, so we should do it. Hopefully they will see the reason why we are doing everything sustainably, and why we should change the way we are doing some things, and everything will fall into place.
No, absolutely. You want to make sure that not just governments, event planners, and those hosting the events are doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And that
Mhm.
reason is for our future. And that's why we need to be doing what we are
Yeah.
doing.
I
So
mean,
that looks,
every
sorry.
every education, I say you're not doing it because you want to profit for it. You're doing it for bigger reasons. You're doing it for yourself. If you're doing it for the profit, you're doing it wrong.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, well, that looks like about all the questions for today. So thank you, Maya. I must say that I am absolutely amazed and just want to say congratulations to you. And I wish you, all the success in the future. I think you've done amazing things up to this point, and it's just going to be even more amazing. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for you and your organization. I definitely learned a lot. So, but hey, folks, if you want to learn more, please feel free to reach out to Maya after the event and her team to learn more. Again, go to her website where you can definitely learn a lot more and book a time. And I'm sure Maya would be happy to chat with you to educate you and how you and help you with your events and how you can move forward and do better things for the environment. So once again, thank you, everybody, and have an amazing week.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.